Hello, Courtney Dowded here with AllBrands, hanging out with something pretty cool. Today we are going to be going over my favorite personal features of the Aveneer, and we're going to also be doing that $25 gift card. So hurry up real quick. At the beginning of the show, put in hashtag AllBrands to be entered into that $25 e-gift card. So hashtag AllBrands. I'm seeing a lot of our friends already here. Roxanne's already here. Hello, everyone. And she already put in her hashtag AllBrands to be entered into winning a $25 e-gift card. Annie's here. Annie is one of our amazing people. She is also a member of AllBrands Behind the Scenes, which is our membership group where we get to exclusive live every Wednesday at noon with me and chit chat and hang out. And it's a lot of fun. And they're a mess. Okay. We have a lot of fun during that event. Hello, Barbara Wilson. Hello. I'm seeing all you guys. Jenny. Hello, Jenny. Hello, Barbara Jones. Barbara Jones, I saw your son earlier while I was at the Houston store. He is fantastic. You know, got to give him a hard time. Just kidding. Pamela, hello. So don't worry. The whole show is not going to be me saying hello, hello, hello. But if you notice, I am not in my regular setup. I am actually at the Joy of Quilt show in Houston. Am I in
Stafford?
Stafford.
Texas.
They're like, Courtney, you're in Stafford, Texas at the Stafford Center. So I'm actually at Joy Quilt. So today is set up. And then tomorrow, Friday and Saturday from 9 to 4 is the quilt show. So if you don't have any plans and want to come hang out with some pretty awesome people, then definitely come out. I do believe they still have tickets, or we can check out the door.
Check at the door.
Check at the door. Check at the door. So not only do I have the Aveneer here, but I have Margie Coxey, our Houston store manager, with me today. Hi, Margie. Woo.
Hi, how are you?
So, Margie, I won't post the picture. I won't post it. But she got to unbox this new Aveneer today. This is the one coming to the store.
It's coming to Houston.
It's coming to Houston. So this is the one that's going to live there. So if you are near the Houston store and you want to play with the Aveneer and hang out with Margie, this is going to be here after the show. So we are about to hang out, play on this Aveneer. This is the first time you've played on one, right?
Absolutely. I've seen it at Quilt Show.
You saw it at Quilt Show,
but yeah. I did not have the opportunity.
Right, but it was Quilt Show, so
yeah, I was working.
You were doing something because she's the PR queen. Oh, are you kidding me? Have you seen you on this machine? Have you seen you? Marsha, has she seen her?
She is definitely the PR queen.
You're going to hear Marsha. She refuses to come on camera, but you will hear Marsha. So she's fantastic. It was her, Alexis Galloway, and Leanne Church. Are you kidding me? Those three together? That was phenomenal to sit back and watch. I mean, I was hanging out with Jerry Granada and Angela Wolf, so like by no means, schmucks, but it was fantastic to see them over in the PR area. And I will say there was a few times you guys said something that I didn't know, or like tips and tricks from working on the machine.
There's always tips and tricks.
Yeah, from working on the machine, from playing on the machines, to be like, they tell you to do this, but this is what works for me. And
you just got to find your niche.
Right. And I think a lot of people love that. Let's see. There's nothing more fun than hanging out with Margie. She's the best. I know Barbara Jones. She really is the best.
Who said that?
Barbara Jones.
Hi, Barbara.
So right now we have the Aveneer here, and I thought we could go over a few of my favorite things as the song goes, which I was showing them picture play, and someone has already emailed me over stuff to go ahead and put on there because she was like,
absolutely.
I need this and I need this one to be on there, which, I mean, you guys have seen our little horse friend that we've made before, but we haven't really shown you step by step how to do that. So when you get your machine, you can unbox it and then just start playing with it. So let's go ahead. We're going to switch over to the Aveneer. Boop, boop, boop. Now, remember, we are on location, so I apologize for any glare. We're going to blame Marsha. So any glare.
Everything's Marsha's fault this weekend.
Yeah, it's Marsha's fault. So I already have the ISR. She's like, no, guys. I already have the ISR on there. I do not have a foot, which is so funny because when we were showing it to Margie, the first foot she picked was this one, which is the open toe foot. And then I was telling her about it, and I was like, oh, yeah, when you're basting, you can't use the open toe one. She was like, the one that I picked. So that is just with basting. There are two other modes, continuous and intermediate, so you could do any of those. We, of course, have the echo foot, which is right here. And then we have the closed toe, which is this guy right here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put the closed toe on there. So I haven't selected anything on my machine itself. And this part is unplugged. So the back of my ISR is unplugged, my stitch regulator. You want to leave that unplugged until you actually get into the sewing field. So I'm going to select it, wake her on up. She's going to say, okay. She's going to move her embroidery foot, her embroidery arm. There we go. There she goes. And then we're going to go ahead, once she gives me my screen back, and select sewing. Now, to show that I am not cheating, I'm not going to touch this. I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to make Margie do it. Let me plug it in the back real fast. There we go. All right. So once I plug it in, you're going to see me giving you motion sickness. We're going to select OK, and it's going to tell us, hey, you're ready to do free motion quilting on it. Here we go. All right. So you got the two modes. We have got one. I wish I would have remembered to not move the camera until I hit the button, because this needle was actually over here to the left. Whenever I selected number one, which is the intermediate mode, it moved it to the center, which is fantastic. So I know I saw some comments on our Aveneer Facebook group of saying, how do I move the needle to do ISR? You don't. You're just going to select the number and it's going to move it for you, which I appreciate anything that it will do that I don't have to be involved in. So we did do some fun ones. And by we, this was Margie's first time that she did. And then the zigzag stitch was Marsha's first time she did. And it was fantastic. So right here, let me see if I can show you closer. I don't want to blur it out. All right, right here, you're going to see a green line. And then you're going to see a little red box. That red box is your go stop, and that green line is where the sensor is underneath. You do not want to go past that sensor. It will not stitch. So usually I say leave about an inch. This is way more than you need, but about an inch of batting around, or some kind of fabric, your backing fabric, even if you wanted to do that, and leave an inch so that way you can go ahead and, you know, quilt right to the edge of your fabric that you want to do. So Margie, which mode do you want to try?
One.
You want to try? All right. Now I'm going to move out of the way. This is your show.
Hey. I'm not fast at this.
I know, but that's the thing is I've been playing with it a lot, but I want someone that has not been playing on it a lot to play on it, because then you can see how easy it is. No pressure. Here we go. Look at her. That is so cool. Now, do you think having like quilting gloves would like be nice?
It's very slick.
Yeah. Look at it go. So the intermediate is going to stop when you stop. The continuous is going to keep going even when you stop. It just kind of like hovers and like stitches down. And then basting, of course, is like a long stitch to do basting. You heard she got yelled at by the machine for going too quick. You can still go quick. It will yell at you. March is laughing. She's like, yeah, yell at her again.
It's hard to do it when the fabric's not.
Yeah, we just kind of slapped that on there for a bit. Now, I will tell Marsha just a little bit, and I won't point the camera at you, I promise. But she said that she liked that better than her old Bernina. I know. Shots fired. No, I'm just kidding. I know. So, there we go. What do you think?
I love it.
That's good.
I can't wait to get it to the store and
put
some sandwiches together and really do it.
Yeah, we grabbed some batting and some fabric, and we're going to make a ton of them tonight. So if you are going to be at the show, you can actually come sit down at the machine yourself, and we'll go over it with you. And then you can do it yourself and actually do it in person. That's one thing we love about these quilt shows, is getting to do the things in person. So, oh, it's so good. You did so good.
Yeah, it's a snail trail.
Oh, snail tail. I'm surprised she didn't write her name. Most people write their names in it. I swear, every time we sit down with them, most of them want to write their names on it. So, fantastic. Thank you, Margie. You did fantastic. Alrighty. So, you've got a straight stitch and a zigzag stitch. So, you could do either of them, of course. And that is an intermediate and continuous. You could do that. You could do number 3, which is the basting. There we go. And again, it tells you do not do it with an open toe. And then it gives that long stitch. So, of course, no zigzag on the basting. Why would you need it? But that is an option that you could do. So, super, super easy to do this. I absolutely love this. And the fact that I have the hiccups, the fact that it comes in the little case, I call it the Barbie box, and it says SR. And then that way I know what feet are available to it. So, my Echo foot, my open toe, and then my closed toe, which is in my machine. And there is an opening right there that they haven't put anything. So I'm thinking one day, you know how they do those upgrade kits and stuff like that? I'm thinking something's going to go in there. I don't know personally, but I have a hunch. So let's go ahead. This was a lot of fun to play with, but I am going to go ahead and turn my machine off. to take off this foot and put a different one on. Now, Courtney, why do you turn your machine off? Why don't you just do it while the machine's on? Because I had a needle go through my finger, and do I want to do that again? No, I don't. No, I don't. I absolutely do not want to do that again. Oh my gosh, you guys are flooding the comments. Hi. Let's see. I tried to click that one and it jumped on me. There we go. If I could write my name on with it, anybody can. It was so exciting to see that maybe someday I could be a real quilter. You absolutely can be a real quilter. No, you are. If you pieced it together, that counts. I love watching, but my pocket can't afford it, Annie. We have financing. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. I will say, I know a lot of people were saying, because remember, Courtney, not brother. A lot of people were saying, "Oh man, that's a really expensive machine," but it's about the same as like a B990. So like industry standard, it's about the same. All right, so I'm gonna take that one off and look for my embroidery foot because I want to show picture play because that is one of my favorite. But we all know my actual favorite is the projector. The projector is humongous. So I'm gonna slide on that embroidery foot real fast. There we go. Turn my machine back on because I'm not letting it eat my finger. It's not happening. It is absolutely not happening. Let's see. Lynn said, hi, all of my, first time live from England. Hello, you made it. First time. I love the show, Courtney. I have learned so much from you on sewing and scan and cut. So thank you so much. You are absolutely welcome. We love doing the show and you guys are amazing to me. Look at that. Oh, let's see. I wish I was in Houston to come see you. I wish you were too. It'd be fantastic. So if you are in the area, come hang out. We'll be here for 2 days and it is always a lot of fun. Let's see. I just went to the dentist today. No sewing machine for me. Oh, Brenda, you all right? They did you well. Y'all know I cannot wait to get braces off. All right, so the machine's coming back on, and what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and take away our beautiful stitches. Let me do this up close. You guys did great. Marky's like, no. That for the first time doing it though, and just playing around on it, that's a lot of fun. I love it. All right, let me go ahead and turn the machine back on. Okay, so we were talking about this earlier. I leave my embroidery arm on there because whenever you're in sewing, it pushes it away. When you're embroidery, it pulls it forward. And it's just like a big tabletop. And plus, they give you that extra tabletop in the back right here that slides on and off. And that comes in the box. So if anyone's telling you they're giving you that little mini extension for free, how do you give something for free that's in the box? But there is an extra wide extension table that you take the embroidery arm off that you can put on, and it actually goes around that little tabletop that's in the back. So you don't have to take that off. It just adds onto it. And that's to give it more stability whenever you have that gigantic hoop. I mean, gigantic hoop that is in there, 18.25-inch hoop that is in there. It's just to give it more stability, and that way you don't have any of that weird jumping that you can possibly get with a larger hoop. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead. Let's switch you over here. There we go. And let's hit embroidery. And those designs, some of the new ones. These are the long stitch designs, and there are some pretty. Now, we're used to long stitch designs in the Luminaire, but they added to us and gave us more long stitch designs. And I did this one. It was so pretty. And I've did that one too, and they're both fantastic. So I've been loving the long stitch. Oh, and I did that one. I've been loving the long stitch designs. I feel like they get slept on. And the couching designs too. They're all fantastic. I love them. And I believe they added some additional ones as well as some of those extra large designs that they split up for you. I love these. Okay, so I did this one right here. I've loved that one. But this and this and this, those are all new for the Aveneer. And they are gorgeous. So the way that they do it is, if you notice, this is the long design. Make sure you guys make sure you can see okay. So this is the big design. It splits it in 3 different sections, and then it actually stitches out a line for you to meet it up. But I usually don't want to do that. I just use my projector to meet them up. And when I tell you, you cannot tell where I've met them up. It is seamless. It is fantastic. And I cannot eyeball anything to save my life. So having that giant 5x8 projector, the Luminaire had a 3x5, but with the Aveneer, we're now to a 5x8. That is wild. This huge area that you can see. So don't sleep on those. Those are some really cool designs. I've actually made a table runner out of this one, and I butted up 2. So this one was huge. And then I did another one and did a huge table runner down my table, and it was beautiful. All right, so I'm going to hit return, and I'm going to come down here to the bottom at picture play. All right, so picture play is when we actually change a photo. It could be a JPEG, a BMP, or a PNG photo. Send it over to the machine. You can send it over wirelessly or through a USB, and then it's going to convert it for you. So I actually have a USB in my machine now, so I'm going to select USB. All right, and I have one labeled as picture play so I don't lose things. Not that I ever lose things. All right, and now if you notice up here, it says PNG horse or horse PNG. So I'm gonna select that, and then there's my photo. So you can bring any photo in any photo that you want and hit set. All right, so now that we have that, I can enlarge the photo or make it smaller, whatever I prefer. There we go. So I'm gonna enlarge him. He's so gorgeous. And then I could actually remove the background if I didn't want the background of him. I could crop him if I wanted to crop the photo. I could just crop him in. And I want a little bit more of him. There we go. I could change the border. So if I wanted like a circle around him instead. It looks very memorial though. I don't know if I want that. Marty's shaking her head. She's like, no, I don't like that one. All right, we're going to hit OK. We will remember him. Just kidding. All right. So once I have that, I could actually rotate it or anything like that. But I'm going to go ahead and hit next. And this is where it starts getting fun. I want to make sure you guys can see. Okay. There we go. All right. So right now it's on original. But if I slide over, then I can get to the other options. Now, the instinct is to click. If you click, nothing happens. You got to slide. Just remember, slide to the left. Just kidding. So I'm going to select this one right here and hit preview. Margie's laughing. Look, they get me, okay? Everyone on the show gets me. All right, so now please wait, and then it's going to go ahead and change that photo that I had into that style that I wanted to. Do you have to change the style? No, absolutely not. You can stitch out the original, but is it fun to play with and even do a custom one if you wanted to? Absolutely. So, and I'll show you some of the ones that I've stitched out that came out really, really well. If I do say so myself, and I do. All right, how cool is that? It looks like watercolor. So this one's called Neon Sign. You can even do a black and white one. I love the black and white one. I think that's really cool. The colors are amazing. And you can change up the colors however you want. But I do think it's a fun option. So black and white. And I will say that it generates really well. So it's converted by AI technology, which is a first for Brother. They did that new Android firmware. And everyone's like, oh, it's another Luminaire. It's not. This is a brand new machine from top to bottom to top. It is brand new firmware and it is fantastic. And that's how we're able to do that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How pretty that is. It looks like it was like sketched out. It literally is art. All right, so I'm going to select a different one. Oh, you know what? I do like this one. All right, and hit preview because I want to show you how it does its colors. This one doesn't have many colors because it's black and white, but I want to show you how it does its colors, which I think is fantastic. All right, so it's going to convert it over. And what it does is it automatically color sorts. If you've ever worked on, a lot of the Brother top of line machines, there is a color sort option. This is automatically going to color sort for you because this one alone, whenever we do it, has 15 different colors. Do I want to change? Oh, how pretty is that? Do I want to change the colors 15 different times? Well, actually more than 15 different times. So if I need white 3 times or white 5 times, I don't want to have to change it out. So it actually makes all the white go into one area or at one time. And it stitches it out in like a painting motion where it does a little bit where it needs it. And then it kind of layers them on top of them to get the exact design that you need. So you're only having to use that particular color one time, which is pretty fantastic. I know, y'all, when I tell you Android firmware update, it was cool. I think I'm a machine nerd, so when I heard that, we looked more into it, and when I realized what that meant and all the cool things that would come with it, I got excited. And then I got an Aveneer. Margie's trying to talk herself into it, out of it, and I don't think I'm a good influence today, am I, Margie? She's looking at me like, no, you're not. So, all right, so it converted it to stitches. I'll zoom you guys in. How crazy. I know, it is so pretty. Okay, so notice with the colors. So there's the white at the top. But if I scroll, you'll never see white again. So look for that blue. You'll never see that blue again because it color sorted it. So now it's combined them all like that. So you can honestly, you can change the density. I've never felt like I needed, I'm just like, hey, I've never felt like I needed to change the density. It's not bad. It's not. I mean, it's a little bit stiffer. It kind of feels like a lightweight tapestry. I've never messed with it. I don't feel like it does it in such a way where it shades it when it's stitching out that it keeps it thin. So you don't feel like it's bulky in one area. So I've never personally messed with that, but they gave you the option in case you wanted to do that. Like I put it down, Marty was like, let me play with this. And then it does great. Okay, Courtney, now I did that. That seemed way too easy. Where does it get hard? Okay, so we're going to come back to the machine and we're going to hit, let's see, there we go. Let's hit set and we're going to hit okay. And that's it. That's all you had to do. It's ready to embroidery. It never gets hard. I tricked you. All right. So I'm going to put my embroidery arm on there because you know that we have that new big projector. It's huge. And it can also project your picture play. It can project anything. But the fact that I can project my picture play, like, come on. Now this hoop is again 11 by 5/8 by 18 and a quarter. That is an industry leading industry size. Now width, there are some like the B990 who has a proper 12-inch width, but they only have, I think it's a 16.1 inch hoop is the biggest that they have. It's an 18 and a quarter. Sorry, just saying. All right, so we're gonna come up to the top right here and hit our projector. If you've had a luminaire, you're used to the projector, but the projector again, it was a 3x5. This is the 5x. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's so cool. I know. Marty and Marsha just jumped up. All right. I don't know if it's going to do the Technicolor thing, and I think it is doing the Technicolor thing. Now, do you notice that there are icons right here? This could actually move to the side right here if I didn't want them down here. With the new Aveneer, with the new Aveneer pen, you can actually click on these icons to change size, shape, color, move it to a different area on your mat. I'm sorry, on your hoop. You can do it all from here. Now, I don't have a battery in this, so I can't do that right now because we just unboxed her. But you actually just click on here like this, and it will actually change it for you. Now, that is really cool, really amazing. Margie's freaking out. So, oh, she's got gold. Now, okay, again, look at that. Look how big that projector is. Are you kidding? Okay, so the luminaire for comparison was like this. Welcome to the future. This is huge. So I'm going to use it a lot for edge-to-edge quilting to neat up my edges. I'm going to do it a lot for placement because it was, I love my Lumi and I kept her. Okay, no saying bad things about luminaire because that's my girl, but it was this big. The projector was this big. So I kept having to move the projector to be able to see more areas of my design to see if it was in the space that I wanted to. So say I had my sweatshirt right here and I wanted it just to be right here. I was moving my projector around to see placement where this is a much bigger design. Now, can I move this around my hoop? Absolutely. Is it huge? And do I ever feel like I need to? Not really. But you do have that option. But that is such a big, and again, love that projector. Now, the way that they did it, because I got to see a naked machine. I know. I got to see a naked machine and it was very cool. But I was asking them, how were you able to do that? Because they kept telling me, oh, the projector is right here by the needle plate and that's as big as it can project on the luminaire. They moved it because they completely redid the machine. The projector actually lives over here on the side and that's how they're able to do a bigger projection now because they're not fighting with the room of that needle, where the needle is and where the foot goes on. So thought that was super cool. Again, machine nerd. Okay, machine nerd. And you can actually tell where the projector is because I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. And I'm so sorry if I'm giving you motion sickness. Blame Marsha. Okay, do you see right there where it's projecting a little bit on to the actual machine? It's because it's sitting right inside there. I'm not going to touch it, but it's actually right there. I can see it. It's a little black thing. I don't know. Maybe you can see it. I don't know. But it's actually sitting right there. So super, super, super cool. That projector alone sold me on the machine. Took my credit card, just took it. And the picture play was really cool because again, I have a lot of little ones. And so I've made, if Mr. John, if you're watching this, no, you're not, I've made I'm like starting making memory quilts right now with it because it's so beautiful to have the kids' faces stitched out. And so I'm doing one with each of their little faces for all of his grandkids. And I want to do my mom one, but she has 13 grandkids. Aren't you going to do for me? No, she's saying no. So let me show you a few of them. So you guys have remembered my little horse friend. How crazy is that? I love coming up with him. That's like my favorite thing. He looks like you could pet him. And you could. If you come to the event, you can pet him. But then we have the other ones that we put up here. They look like little portraits of the horse, but we did them in different styles. How stinking amazing is that? So those are probably two, three of my different favorite features. Now, I had a call from Brother right before we went live, right before, and just giving me updates, whatnot. They're fantastic. I absolutely adore them. And they wanted me to say that I might have happened to hear that the update for the Aveneer, because remember the Aveneer, like things like My Design Center aren't functional right now because it's waiting for an update because they gave My Design a facelift. When I tell you we're going to be doing some videos with the new My Design Center, we're going to be doing some videos. So she told me that we heard around the bush that possibly the update is coming out January 23rd. Now, can that change? Yes. But as of right now, it sounds like the update is happening January 23rd. Now, Courtney, what do you mean? There are a few things that they're still working on, like My Design Center, to make it perfect. And when I tell you, I have been seeing, this is when I get to be a mom, I have been seeing negative comments about the Aveneer because My Design Center wasn't functioning yet. A few little things. I would rather it not function to its full capability and have them fix it and then give me that update so I can fully use it. Because believe me, when I tell you I've been using this machine and haven't even got to My Design Center yet, I would rather that because I don't want the machine to be going funky in any kind of way. So I love that they've done their due diligence and really worked on it hard to make sure that when they do give that to me, seamless. So I've been loving it. You just saw us with the ISR, seamless. You just saw picture play, seamless. Like I want that. I love that perfection. So they did tell me January 23rd is the estimated date. If that changes, don't come kill me, okay? So I'm so excited for this. I've been having a blast. You guys know I have my Aveneer back in the studio that I so graciously left at the studio so we could play with it together. And then this one will be in the Houston store. So all brand stores will be getting their new Aveneers except Austin. That's going to get a Radiance because they do baby lock. It's okay. We still love them. But all of our AllBrands stores will be getting their demo machines in the next couple of days. Very exciting. Houston, I heard they're about to get theirs right now. So if you want to come into any of those stores to come play on the machines, hang out, ask your questions. We love answering your questions. And that's the fun part about in the stores. You can actually come play with them. We encourage it. It's like a fun house for us. I know I've heard some stores are like, no, we don't want to put stitches. Come put some stitches on this machine and come play with this. This is a lot of money to ask someone to pay and not touch the machine. Again, I know a lot of money, but it's right around like industry standard for a top line machine, and this is top line machine. So let me answer some questions before I go because I want to go eat dinner. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Lauren, you're so good. She started some for me. Everyone say thank you to Lauren, our imaginary friend that is always in the background. Lauren is amazing. Lauren, it will not let me touch the star ones. Oop, 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 oop. Nope. Lauren, can you pop up the star comments for me? And if you haven't already, make sure you put hashtag AllBrands in that chat below. Let's see. Linda Brooks says, does Brother say that we would get a 24-inch scanning cut mat? We did not talk. We talked Aveneer. But they did encourage me to send, guys, I have a meeting with them once a year where I just give my suggestions. That's what I'm usually like, 12 by 24 mat. But I'm going to be emailing them a lot more with some suggestions, and they highly recommended it. So if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments, and I'll make sure to forward them on to Brother. All right, Lauren, next one. Let's see. Love the new size of the hoop. It's brilliant for embroidery and also edge quilting. Edge quilting, freestanding lace. Because you know, freestanding lace, sometimes there's a bunch of little pieces. Load that whole mat up with all of your pieces. They added those metal sides so you don't get that bowing effect. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, Lauren. Let's see. Beautiful machine. I have always favored Brother projects, especially their embroidery machines. They're fantastic. They're fantastic. I will say Brother leads with technology. Bernina has a beautiful stitch. Love that front-loading bobbin. Brother's always been number one for technology, but that B990 is good. Have you seen the free arm on that thing? All right. I'm amazed how easy this looks. Linda, it's easy. It's Margie literally first time touching it today, and she's already a rock star on it. I'm just gonna sit back at this event and just be like, oh Margie, It's fantastic. Marsha was playing on it. She will not do it on camera. Marsha, I'll get a video. I'm just kidding. She was playing on it. It's so easy, so seamless. We've been having a blast on it. All right, Lauren, any other comments for me? I'm on my phone, so like clicking the buttons, no go for me right now. Let's see. Do we got any? Are we good? All right, guys, if you have not pushed that hashtag AllBrands, hurry up and do it because we are about to pull that $25 e-gift card. So, Lauren, you want to go ahead and pull up that giveaway screen? I love Lauren. Everyone say thank you, Lauren, in the comments. She's fantastic. All right. My husband's always like, if you love her so much, marry her. I would. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's go. It's going to be, who is it? Billy Lou, you won. Congratulations, Billy Lou. Please email events@allbrands with your name, number, and address to claim your $25 e-gift card. Guys, when I tell you we do really give these out, and I have a few people from our Christmas special that haven't claimed their prizes, please email events@allbrands. So, Billy Lou, congratulations. Again, email events@allbrands with your name, number, and address to claim your $25 gift card. All right, guys. Oh, gosh, there is a lot of you on this live. So I'm so glad we got to hang out. Thanks for hanging out with me on location because, again, I'm in Stafford. I'm in Stafford.
Stafford, Texas.
I'm in Stafford, Texas for this event. And I will tell y'all one little thing before I go. Earlier, we were over here setting up. I'm not putting any on Marsha. Marsha's laughing. I have to. It was crazy. Okay, so I've been to a lot of quilt shows, and I've never seen this happen. I don't know what happened. What, do you know?
I think somebody twisted wrong and the whole thing fell.
The whole thing fell. All the quilts that you're not supposed to be touching. When I tell you, they start falling in a domino effect. We all ran over there, start grabbing on pieces. Someone was underneath all the quilts. Like
There was a guy buried underneath all the
there was a guy buried under the quilts. He's okay. He walked it off. But like, that was wild. So that was crazy to see all the quilts. They're fine now. All the quilts are fine. They're back up. It was great to see everyone, all the vendors, we were all just grabbed a piece that we could grab to get them back up. So that was really cool to see. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you next Thursday. Leave in the comments, what do we want to do next Thursday? I really want to play with that ISR. Or do we do the picture play takes a while to stitch out. Do we do a picture play? Y'all leave me in the comments what you guys want to do, and we'll definitely do it next week. If you are, again, near this area, come out and see me the next 2 days. We'll be happy to see you guys. And also, if you are ever attending an AllBrands Academy in San Antonio, make sure to sign up for our email list. Something might be coming your way. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Lauren, if you don't mind hitting the outro, y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.
Yeah.
Poking.
No, it was well done.